Good afternoon, student of class 9. In the previous class, you learned about the squamous epithelial tissue. Today you will study about the cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, glandular epithelium and ciliated epithelium. That all you will study in the today's class. Okay children, let's start our lesson. In the previous class, we have studied about the squamous epithelium tissue. So children, today we will start about the stratified keratinized squamous epithelium. There are different types of epithelium. This one is the found in skin and covers the external dry surface of the skin. Cells of this tissue are arranged in many layers. Cells forming different layers of this epithelium are not similar. Deeper layers have cuboidal cells. You can see here cuboidal cells also, but they become polygonal and finally flattened towards the free surface. The flattened cells of superficial layer contains a fibrous protein, the keratin, and become dead cells. So these cells become the dead cells. This horny scale-like remains of dead squamous cells ultimately flakes away. This epithelium is waterproof and highly resistant to mechanical injury. These are the functions of epithelium. Next is the third one is the cuboidal epithelium. First one we have already did in the previous class. Third one is the cuboidal. You can see here this it consists of cube-like. Okay, that's why it is a cuboidal cells which are square in section, but the free surface appear hexagonal. Okay, it is found in kidney tubules, thyroid vesicles and in glands. Example, salivary glands, sweat glands and exocrine pancreas, they are present. Okay, it forms germinal epithelium of gonads, testes and ovaries also it forms. So this cuboidal epithelium functions, it helps in absorption, excretion and secretion. It also provides mechanical support also. Children, you must remember their location where this cuboidal epithelium present and their functions also you have to remember. Now next one is the columnar epithelium. See the columnar epithelium. It consists of cells which are taller than broad pillar-like. You can see here, taller and also pillar-like. The nuclei are towards the base and sometimes the free ends of cells has a brush border containing microvilli. Okay, see here everywhere there is presence of nucleus also. Each and every pillar like structure is present. Each and everywhere there is presence of nucleus. It forms lining of stomach. Okay, small intestine and colon forming mucous membrane. Okay, in the digestive system you have to read about the mucous membrane. It is also present in the stomach. It also forms lining of gallbladder and oviduct. It facilitates movement across the cells. So you have just remember these structures. All the four you have to remember. Go through this all. And this next one is the glandular epithelium. The columnar epithelium is often modified to form glands which secretes chemicals. Okay, this columnar only it is modified and form the glands. Next is the ciliated epithelium tissue. So this certain cuboidal or columnar cells have a free border which bear thread-like cytoplasmic outgrowths called cilia. Okay, you can see a cilia. Okay, this portion. Such cells form the ciliated epithelium. This form the ciliated epithelium. So ciliated epithelium, where it is present, you must remember because 1 marks question can come, all type of cells where it is present. Ciliated cuboidal epithelium is found in the sperm ducts. The ciliated columnar epithelium lines the trachea or windpipe, bronchi, lungs, kidney tubules and oviduct. Fallopian tubes also, this ciliated epithelium is present. So children, you must remember this all, go through this all and try to answer this question. If you are unable to do, you can ask to me. Give one example each of cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium, glandular epithelium and ciliated epithelium. Difference between squamous epithelium and columnar epithelium. Here two are the short and one question number 1 is short and question number 2 is long answer. Okay children, good luck.